Welcome to Let's Get to the Marks. We're doing question 1, AQA Biology, paper 1, 2023. So give the 3 structural features found in all virus particles and describe the function of these features. So we basically need to list the names of 3 features. So the first one I'm going to do here, we're going to do the attachment proteins. So just drawing attachment proteins. Of course, this is what the virus uses to attach to a host cell that it's going to invade. So we've got the attachment proteins, and that will get you a mark. Now, the second mark, you're going to need to name the other 2 things. So what other 2 features do we have in a virus? Well, inside of the attachment proteins, we have this structure called the capsid. So hopefully you know the capsid. I've drawn it here in orange on my little make-believe virus, and that's the capsid. Now, within the capsid, you'll find these little wiggly purple things I'm drawing. What's this? This is genetic material. You call it the genome or the DNA or RNA because you have different viruses. Like COVID was an RNA virus. So you get different styles of virus. Some use DNA, some use RNA as their genetic material. Right, now we have to explain the function of just one of those features. So I'm going to do them color coordinated. So first we'll explain the function of the attachment proteins, which I've already mentioned. They allow the virus to attach to receptor sites on the host cells. A specific example you have to know is that the HIV virus attaches to the CD4 receptors on T cells. Anyway, let's look at the of the capsid. Well, it's there to protect the genetic material, or you could say protect DNA, RNA, or the genome. Now, what's the genetic material for? I'm writing that in pink, purple, whatever. Well, it codes for proteins, specifically viral proteins. And that's DNA and RNA always code for proteins. But in a virus, it's going to be viral proteins. Right, let's look at 1.2. Explain why viruses are described as acellular or non-living. Well, what does acellular mean? It means not a cell. So viruses are not cells. What's the evidence for that? They contain none of the structures or organelles that you find in cells. And you could name a structure. A virus won't contain a mitochondria. It doesn't have cytoplasm. It doesn't have a cell wall. It doesn't have cell membrane. Something that all cells contain would be a cell membrane or cytoplasm. So that would be a good thing to put. They do not have those. Not all cells have mitochondria, so you probably shouldn't put that. Okay, now what other evidence? Well, we've got why a virus is described as non-living, not alive. Well, they don't carry out metabolic processes like digestion, they can't respire, they can't reproduce, they can't replicate. So we've got lots of reasons why we call them non-living. They can't do the processes that living things do. So you need one thing saying why they're not cells, and then one of these to say why they're not living. Okay, let's move on to 1.3. Give one reason why antibiotics are not effective against viruses. Well, there's plenty of reasons why they're not effective. Antibiotics normally target enzymes, the ones that build the cell wall of a bacteria. So viruses don't really contain enzymes, but viruses don't even have a cell wall. So they don't have murine, peptidoglycan, or glycoproteins. Either of those are the chemicals found in the cell wall of a bacteria. So there's none of this stuff that the antibiotic can disrupt. Some antibiotics disrupt metabolic pathways inside the bacteria. And of course, viruses don't have any metabolic processes. All right, guys, hit the like. That's the end of the first question. Let's go.
If you push the button,
Would you like it?
Like.
I like it like that.
You're still here? It's over.